She's a perfect one to take over Tokahunis.
Yeah.
She's been with us for over 20 years.
Wow.
She's been with us. She knows everything, all the ins and the outs.
Yeah.
And she has an interest in the children and the staff.
Yeah.
That's why I picked her over some other choices that I knew very well.
Yeah.
Her interest in children and the staff.
Yeah.
And her ability, financial ability, and she's honest.
Yeah, for sure.
That was the biggest thing in picking, trying to find somebody honest.
I can imagine. So, can you say something about yourself? When did you arrive in Indonesia?
Yeah, 1966. There was a different Timor then. There was nothing, just one road across the island, only thatch. No telephone service.
Can I maybe put it somewhere up so I don't have to hold it?
Oh, where? Up here?
Can we?
Oh, yeah.
It's a very soft-spoken language.
They misname it Bacano and Dili, but it's not Bacano. It's, sometimes they say Akusi is Bacano, and the rest of West Timor is Dawan. But Dawan's not the name either. It's a metal, and they're not different. It's exactly the same people. The whole one Sufi, one tribe. Others say no, the Bacano people are down in the lowlands. Now these people are from the upperlands. And so many people go down to the lowlands, it's all the same now, the same people. Every different area has different pronunciations, like in England, like in America, but it's the same language.
So you came here in 1966 in the island of Timor, or in West Timor or East Timor?
West Timor. Many people in Dili just say Timor, they mean East Timor. When did you come to Timor? I say 1966. They look at me, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I say no, Timor is not only East Timor, it's also West Timor.
And where did you settle in West?
Right over the border in Keva.
And and did you have an orphanage there, or what were you? Did you have an orphanage?
Oh no, I was a pastor parochi. Pastor parochi.
And when
always in the mountains, always in the mountains.
And when did you decide to come to Kutet?
Well, to come to Ambelu, when the Portuguese left in 1975, the place was empty. Nobody wanted to come to the Ambelu. There's nothing here. I volunteered, so I came. But I didn't come here. I was over in Nitin, the western section. Way out in the States, I always take that.
So not here?
No, not here.
In another part?
I saw it for the first time in 1975. It was to come and visit. But I only came in the 1990.
To this place?
Yeah, to this place.
Yeah, and 1990.
1990.
And so before you were another place in Akusi?
Another place in Akusi in the back mountains.
And what made you come here?
You mean Akusi?
Yeah, my Kutet.
Oh, Kutet. I visited the first time because there was no priest here or anything. And right away it caught my attention. There's something in Kutet. Many people say that there's something here. And the Dili people, before I even came, used to come here. They found inspiration here. They said there's something here in the mountains, the spirits. I found that too. It has a drawing power.
A drawing power?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it just draws you to it. Maybe you haven't experienced it yet. Maybe you haven't experienced it yet.
No, I don't know what you mean by double joint power. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it has a special power, special drawing power. It draws you to it. It has a special appeal. Even today, special appeal, the mountains, the people. And there's a certain aura, they call it a certain aura in Kutet. The Dili people say that too.
So, so you came here in 1990 to Kutet.
Yeah, but I had seen it before that. To stay in Kutet, 1990. Our first house is right up there. You passed it. Did you just come by car or motorcycle?
I came by car.
You just passed it. It's all burnt down in 1999. That was our first place.
And so you were attracted to it because it it was the beauty of the mountains and.
Yeah, the beauty and everything. It's hard for people to say just what it was. Most people there were attracted, but they can't say what it is.
It's something magical or.
Yeah, magical. I don't know if you use the word magical. Some things is joy, some people just joy, some places joy. Enjoying power is different in some places than others. But I never saw a place in Timor, and I've been all over a lot of places by foot. Never saw a place like Phuket.
And then you decided to stay here.
Oh yeah, well, I came here to sort of semi-retire and to open up a place like this.
To open up a place like this?
Open up a place like this, because there's nothing here before. Supposed to be like a retreat center. But nobody gave me any money, so I had to go very slowly.
But you are from the SVD, yeah? The SVD. And did they ask you to set it up? Did SVD?
They from Rome. They said you could come here, set up something, and do something. So now you're older. You're a foreign priest. I would like foreign priests to get out of parish work and do something else, so local priests can take over. That was the thing behind it.
I don't get it. So you were sent here. You were sent to Phuket? No.
Yes. I was given permission to come here.
To give it by Rome.
Yeah. So
by Rome, by the Vatican.
So I could get out of the parish, hand it over to a local, and come here and do something else.
And so you started here in 1990. And what did you establish first?
We were down at the church first in a grass shack. Then we built this house here, and kids started coming. But kids were always with me since 1966.
Always with you?
Yeah, that's when we started. And but not too many. But when we got here, they started coming a lot because we were firmly established. So my dream of a retreat house sort of disappeared.
Sorry, a retreat?
My dream of a retreat house sort of disappeared.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can hardly turn down people. I never could turn down people.
So?
But now I'm getting it now.
So, instead of a retreat home, you established a shelter.
It seemed to establish itself. It started completely inorganic. The way it started in 1966, I was in a parish. There was a school. I didn't know any local language at all. There was one kid in the school, just like a living skeleton. I asked the cook, "Who's that over there?" He said, "Oh, his father went to jail for murder, and his mother can't feed him." I said, "Oh, tell him if he stay after school to eat, he has something to eat in the back." And he did. He came. All of a sudden, they saw him in the afternoon, in the morning, in the evening. I asked the cook about him. He said, "Oh, he said he's staying." And I went out to visit, came back. I found another two with their family. And the cook said, "Oh, he said he's staying too." I said, "Oh, he's staying in the back with the cook." And that went 3 or 4 or 5, and it just kept building up very, very slowly since then. And once they came, they didn't leave.
And so it started already in West Timor, and then and then you came here in 1990. You wanted a retreat place, but that didn't happen.
But they came.
But the children came.
They came to Nita, and they came here.
They came. What?
They came from Nita. I was in Nita on the western side, and they came here. Who can turn them down? So we just built up.
Yeah.
Completely unplanned from year to year.
So completely unplanned. So, what did the first building look like?
What it looked like was right over there. There was one building. Then we started to build 2 more and 3 more. But then 1999 came and they burned it down. Well, this is famous. Then the revolutionary Chair Liberté, they came up here. They opened up the first, what do you call it, government of East Timor, local government. It went for 2 weeks. They were right over there. They had an office and everything. and guards, and many people came up. There were hundreds and hundreds.
Here, in
Yeah.
Quartet.
Yeah, they had to escape all the killing and burning down below.
So in 19, but if I may do, so you established in 1990 the shelter.
Yeah.
It grew by itself in a
itself.
way. You got donors helping you,
Oh yeah, the donors.
and
How are we going to live without donors?
and they and you were and what was the shelter for?
It was for anybody who wanted it. Anybody.
The shelter was for?
For anybody who wanted it. And it wound up, it was for children and women. The women here, we have no staff. They're women looking for shelter, and they just stayed. And the work that they do, they got into that themselves. And they changed positions themselves. Their hours of work and everything else, they take care of that among themselves. When somebody wants to go on vacation, he arranges it with the other one.
So it arranged itself.
It really has arranged itself.
And the women who were staff, they were looking for shelter themselves.
Looking for shelter. That's why they came and stayed. But down below, many stayed. They needed temporary shelter. And they were standing, and they were on their own, especially young people. Then they went out again. Went out and left, and they married or got work.
So how many children did pass over the years?
Oh, I never counted. I did keep statistics. We didn't have the money for it. As secretaries, we weren't out in the city. Hundreds and hundreds. We once had 120 here, but it was too many. It didn't land there. We set up for about 30, about 60, 30. Down below 30.
What did you set up, sir?
We set up above the 30. Then the house up above.
Mm-hmm.
We set up where there's 30 can stay there. 30 down below. But we have more now, we always did have more. So it's always a bit overcrowded.
And what did your shelter provide?
Everything, really different. There's 3 classes of shelters. It doesn't refer to quality, but just the way you run it. The first class, you come and pay everything. And this is a little gastronomic. The second class, you come, every evening you go home. But you still pay something to stay. The first class, ours, you stay, and you pay nothing. Everything is the shelter home provides. Everything. Casino in Bhutan.
Closer to you?
This rain should stop. It's not going to keep going on. The rain. It'll stop in maybe 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. Stops already. It goes up and up. Can you slow down a little bit with the talking? You speak very fast. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can slow down a little bit.
Yeah. So you had a first class, and then people have to pay for that?
No, first class, that means nobody pays anything.
Oh.
It's nothing to do with quality. Just the way you do things. Yes, everything is provided by the home.
And for how old are the children?
We have no rules, actually. We've had 6 months old, but they came with their mothers, after sitting shelter. And if they're too little, they usually come with their mothers, or we don't take them. But there's no age limit. And when they leave, they leave.